Week 1 for the murder trial for accused killer of University of Mississippi student Jay Lee is a wrap. There has been so much that has been put out there this week, week 1. In my opinion, Tim Herrington is so guilty, it is unreal. It's unreal that he is sitting there in a suit and not in orange already. They have showed text message exchanges. They have showed Snapchat exchanges. They have showed video surveillance. They have showed a lot that points directly to Tim Herrington being the killer of University of Mississippi student Jay Lee, in my opinion. And I want to remind everybody, this is just my opinion. Opinions are not facts. We all have different opinions. And since this is a very public case that is out there in the media currently, we're going to talk all about it. I would love to know what you're thinking. This is happening a little over an hour from my house right now, so I'm a little familiar with it, so let's talk. This article was so well written, and it's very well broken down. It kind of gives you a gist of what's going on, so you can, if you are not familiar, you can get up to speed with it. Trial begins in the killing of an Ole Miss student who is known in the local LGBTQ+ community. A University of Mississippi student who disappeared in 2022 was a happy person who spoke with his mother daily and called her every year to sing happy birthday. His mom testified Tuesday in the trial of the man charged with killing her son. Stephanie Lee of Jackson, Mississippi, said her 20-year-old son, Jimmie J. Lee, texted her at about 2 a.m. on July 8th to wish her a happy birthday. She said she saw the text when she woke up later, and she responded with a smile emoji, expecting to hear from him again. She said he never called. On her birthday, y'all. Sheldon Timothy Herrington Jr. of Grenada, Mississippi, is charged with capital murder in the death of Jay Lee, a gay man who was last seen alive in Oxford hours after he sent the birthday text to his mother. Tuesday was the first day of Herrington's trial in Oxford. And Stephanie Lee testified after attorneys made their opening arguments. She said she worried when hours passed and her son didn't call to sing for her birthday. Stephanie Lee said she checked Jay's phone location, called police multiple times asking them to do a welfare check on her son, and had her oldest child reach out to one of Jay's friends to have that friend check Jay's apartment. The friend, Jose, testified Tuesday that he did not find Jay, but said he could hear Jay's beloved Pomeranian dog Lexus, nicknamed Lexi, barking inside. Jay Lee was well known in the LGBTQ+ community in Oxford and the University of Mississippi. His body has not been found. In October, a judge declared him dead after Lee's parents requested that declaration. Herrington has maintained his innocence. An assistant district attorney, Gwen, told jurors Tuesday that Lee was a confident person who dressed as he liked, sometimes wearing high heels. He walked to his own beat. He knew who he was. Lee and Herrington saw each other twice during the hours before Lee disappeared, Gwen said. She said the men had sexual contact during their first meeting, and Lee was upset when he left Herrington's apartment. Herrington invited Jay Lee back, and before Jay Lee arrived, Herrington searched online for how long it takes to strangle someone. Herrington was not openly in the LGBTQ community, Gwen said. Herrington's attorney, Kevin Horan, told jurors that prosecutors have zero proof Lee was killed or that any crime occurred in Herrington's apartment or car or in Lee's car. You are not going to hear anything that supports a finding of a killing or death, period, Horan said. Multiple law enforcement agencies used 71 search warrants and they haven't recovered not one bit of direct evidence to support the case, Horan said. Jurors were chosen Monday in Forest County, about 250 miles south of Oxford. The trial is being held in Lafayette County Courthouse in Oxford. Both Herrington and Lee had graduated from the University of Mississippi. Lee was pursuing a master's degree. Lee was known for his creative expression through fashion and makeup and often performed in drag shows in Oxford, according to a support group called Justice for J. Lee. Horan asked Gwen if Lee dressed in a feminine manner to attract men. He dressed as J. Lee, she said. Police said cell phone history showed conversations between Herrington and Lee the morning that Lee disappeared. Surveillance video recorded Herrington running from where Lee's car was found, and he was later seen picking up a shovel and wheelbarrow at his parents' house, authorities said. Herrington, who had graduated from the University of Mississippi, was arrested 2 weeks after Lee vanished, then released 5 months later on a $250,000 bond after agreeing to surrender his passport and wear an ankle monitor. A grand jury indicted him in March of 2023. Prosecutors have announced they do not intend to pursue the death penalty, meaning Herrington could get a life sentence if convicted. Mississippi law defines capital murder as a killing committed along with another felony, in this case, kidnapping. Y'all, this trial has been one you need to keep up with, because it's very interesting to me that all of this evidence is out there. And when I gave Donnie, my husband, just a brief gist of it, because he's been working, he hasn't kept up with it, he said, well, I mean, what more do they need? I'm like, I don't know. He said, why is this even at trial? This was a no-brainer. I'm like, I don't know. I guess you got to follow the laws. I mean, but y'all, the evidence is so real, raw, and disturbing. I mean, okay, J. Lee was with Tim the night of July 8th. Well, the early mornings, because it was in like between midnight and 7 a.m. All of this happened between midnight and 7 a.m. of July 8th, 2022. Okay? So, J. Lee, the one that's still not been found, met up with Tim Herrington, okay? And then the police showed where they had subpoenaed all these places like Google, Snapchat, iCloud, all the things on J. Lee's phone, okay? So they got the search warrants, they got all the info. Well, it showed him having a conversation with somebody under the username Red Eye, okay? So then they go and figure out the Red Eye is connected to this email, Dirts to Diamonds podcast. So then they go look up Dirts to Diamonds podcast, and guess what? Tim Herrington is on there interviewing some random person. Okay, so there we go. That links him to the Red Eye account, which is who he was talking to, J. Lee. All right, so on their Snapchat conversation, they were having, y'all, it was so graphic. I'm not even going to talk about it right here, but it was a lot. Okay, that's why I said just go ahead and go. They're telling it all. Okay, and it's very detailed and very vulgar and very graphic. So there's that little disclaimer. I will link the live that I've been keeping up with, the channel, the news channel. It's a Fox News channel out of Memphis, Tennessee. Please go watch on your own time, okay? But I'm going to tell you something. The things they were talking about, and then Tim Herrington was saying, please come back over. J. Lee was saying, please don't hurt me, things like this. And then while J. Lee was en route to Tim Herrington apartment, Tim Herrington was Googling how to strangle somebody, Gabby Petito. Jay Lee arrives at the apartment and says, open. I guess that means he's there. And then not too long after that, is when people stopped hearing from Jay Lee, and then Tim Herrington was seen running from the apartment. The messages alone, the Google search alone, why would you Google that when somebody's on the way to your house and that somebody is now missing and you're on trial for murder and you're saying, well, no body, no crime? Excuse me? I'm interested to hear more about this wheelbarrow and this shovel, because that's what needs to be recovered now, is the body. Where is the body? Where is the body? What are y'all thinking? Are y'all keeping up with this? Let me know in the comments below. Don't forget to like and share this video. Subscribe. I will keep you up to date. Next week, I will have a rundown and recap of week 2. And I hope you're going to be watching. Like I said, I will link the channel that's been posting the lives. Go back and watch on your own time. Watch next week if you want to. It's up to you. I love you so much for watching. Be sure you meet me in the comments and let me know what you're thinking.